as a humanity, severe, Arpita Chakraborty, body, Anubhav Harbinger, the pillar, the entropy, disturbance, the difficulties, discomfort creator in the Arpita. I am very much worried about that Bengali, the evil, the FDI, the Pravasi, the demons, the Bengal, the horrible attitude, the horrible animosities, the horrible fanaticism, or horrible whimsical, horrible old ten-faced metallic platform chariot, the need, the setup, the carrier, the heavy mass, which can be thousand square kilometers area covering power, the different units which is have that million tons of heaviness, the per square meter, which is a columnar length, compactness of the metal, which can drop that nebula black hole creature. The monster peoples, the monster black hole, the depressions of that cosmic sky, and what is devastations is going on for 30 to 50 years, and the 10 years, and the last 6 years, and then last half and 2 years, and the rest half years since February. The disasters came upon to the Turkish people's life, Iranis, Indonesians, earthquake, volcanoes, devastations, floods, tsunami, tornadoes, snow, and the crisis. The whole Europe is becoming floody in these times, North Pole and South Poles, North Hemisphere, South Hemisphere, equally disturbed. The heavy thousand kilometers long stream like cloud formation, and their whimsical nature of the cyclones, the torpedoes, direction changes. As I am to see the Bengali local reporters of that monster systems as if which is creating, carrying, giving frightening attitude as if to bargain us to surrender the demons, the living the demons, the living the God's pathway, to surrender the evil, unorthodox, useless, unworthy, incompetent, lazy, idle, destructive, the severe, age, burning inferno, who is a destructive, who is destroying as the man-made evil fires of the forest, which have destroyed Australia, California, Brazil, Amazon, Himalayan forest, European forest, Latin American, North American forest, and Indonesians. This devastation of Indonesia, Australia, East Indies, from West Indies. The causes from West Indies, the Mexican Gulf, the Bermuda Triangle, mainly the Mexican Gulf, just my underneath, the evil is the bargainer, who to learn, who to bargain, the God again, agreed to surrender at their feet, not to expose, to express anxiety, to disclose this crime, to make identified with evils and the evil activities, the evil attitude, that horrible animosity, the destructive, that attacking, the devastative demoniac activities, where the name is coming Shubhojita. By name is so auspicious, but it is that criminal, Shushital, as if so cool, the coolest mind, but that is an horrible, envious, destructive, venomous, the life destroyer, the life arrester, the mind arrester, wind flow arrester, earthquaker, volcano, the earth, that earth in a plate forming, artificial, the monster plates. What the French scientist is to claim earth in a plate moving, but just like monster black whale creations, a jeep coming that the NASA have to see on the cosmos, the creations of destroying of that asteroids, planets, and the depressions, disasters of the earth in the form of the torpedoes, cyclones, storms, rains, and the drought. The extreme weather, suffocation, death in million people's part, hour or day or week, month, the whimsically the killing, destructive, what SriRopbinji, as if the God curses the nonsense that attacking powers who are remain envious the whole world civil population to terrorize, as if through their mind of the demons that US immigrants, Indian immigrants at US, as the brought by Kamala Harris and that criminal Joe Biden. Why my voice, that evil unless that same criminal who has the power and the taken position terrorizing or bringing the cripple, the devil, evil, satanism in the post of Pope, all churches of Christianity, hospitality, they are doing drama, telling lies. Joe Biden is the evilest so far American president, is a black sheep, and the state secretaries, ministers, ministerial staff of the Washington, that ombudsman of white men, go up that curses to them, the selections of the curses, the demons, the evils, their enemies as their ombudsman. By misleading the deceptive, Mayaving, hallucinating that machine charming, sex, suicidal like, that flabby, blacky, criminal ladies masses on the deepest sea, the strongest, densest metallic chariot platforms, vehicles, system, that cloud dagger, that material elements dagger from the far billion light years to smash, to create what? The star wind, the cosmos wind speed, in polar speed, the far distance earthquakes, terribly killing the Alaska's life, and then surrounding of Mexican Gulf coast life. Why you have read as the disaster being created to make panicky, as if you are so concerned to concern for the global climate change. That is your evil mind created, hands created, your attitude created, Mr. Evil Democrats of USA within White House, you evil, how you are showing that those evils, your private people, your veterans, your most reliable claiming humanists who are unreliable, horrible enemies, disaster, devastating, life destroyers, peace, stabilities, flows of minds, activities of the bodies, inner functions, in which the finest probe, the Langley nanometer scale, thickness, not the finest, but hard, piercing, metallic sheet, that heavy iron, platinum, tungstens make finest needle. Those needles that probe nanometer, picometer, that God particle like finest, hardest, strongest hands, saints. The nanometer scale, that nano, your science, to punch, enter the body inner, earth inner, that cosmos, that pierce, those, that piercing nano setup is bearing, carrying of their basis, that evil magis, who has the strongest mind, gravitational, psychosomatic, material dragger, uterine evils, the mouth of the vagina, the breast, umbilical cords, eyebrows, the breast twisting, that killer vaginas, that evil vaginas, that sushitala, that mridula, idula, chudula, chudumaranis, babhicharis, gudumaranis, shameless, magis, khatcha, witches, devils, devil magis, with sounds of the devils by name, Shubhroni, Shubhroti, Shubhodi, Shubhankar, Shushit, Shumit, Shumishta, Shubhimon, Sumon, Sumon, Sushant, Shushis, the different, the good name, the taking either really or the copying the name to take, to create confusion to me, to call those evils each other, and my God Sena, to make confuse the God Senas to report me, because the carrier, the evil killer robbers, the jacket, the mystic appearance of the setup, that covert faces, that evils, what are the so many films, videos, that robots, drones, you feel that monster setup, the evil creatures mimicking strange monsters, whales, birds, leeches, shark, whale, fishes, flying birds, flying fishes, the tortoise, the snakes, pythons, then is your tiger, then shark, all those evil setups. But that initial, that nano hands, that pico hands, that pharaoh hands, that densest materials, who can be straight in the nano level, they are fitted with embers, finest embers, in the hard solution of the water. When this ember trades finest, the jellies, the plates, finest foil, aluminium foil fly, the gold platinum foil, thinness, kept at that scientifically evil brains were the evil Star Wars scientific brains demons as curses to teach you evil, that incompetent practical guardians, either both in Christianity or white people's so-called guardians, the politicians, today's Indians, the leftists, Madache, life fucker, nature fucker, Arpita fucker, the glider, that laugher, the ridiculous maker, that humiliator, that parihaskar, the ridiculous funny killers, the funny things, funny happening, disaster, devastation causing as a bargain, partly with me, as we are together at 22.8 degree latitude of the north of the Mexican Gulf, at the 92.12 the west longitude, mine the east 87.88 degree longitude, the same altitude of, at latitude of, same latitude of north 22.8, that mother, that good khego, to the maroni, to the rosh khego, allow for fada khego, to the mukho, tukho, that haram dada, dalapati, sing, the nararakshastati sing, that moral is sing, then what is your, that modhu, the God, the dolui, that bimal ghosh, that samar ghosh, that lakhan sarkar, that kalipada sarkar, that to mislead Subhas Chakraborty, as he now Subhankar Minal Ghosh, much earlier learning this crime about my friend Viva Saha, not Amit Saha. Amit Saha, listen, that free Saha, of Malda Maheshmati. He is learning this deceptive leftist criminal who is a good looker, smart boy, but he was the sexiest girl, the bhabis of the Maldas of his places, who killed his father in premature manner. He was trapped with sex trap, the leftist demons with his born, so he assimilated that false claims of the leftist as the greatest human by the compromisable fascinations, freeness to sort the sex from underneath, catching as who was made or fame at his young age, brother and sister. Only widow mothers have, but still evoke what I have mentioned, who have been killed by these witches of Bengali leftists, to remain from Kuch Bihar to Bhuvepuri in Ismail, the Bagdogra to Kolaikunda, to Arambagh, Krishnanagar to Alu, to Amlagula via Jharkhand, Kolaikunda, to Krishnanagar, Kalna, Bardhaman, to Kuch Bihar, the Raigons, the path that he was covering. But they were disaster in his life with the sex, also charming to kill, to trap in the even the remain killer of his father. I don't know the Harmara speech because I am unable to communicate, and he to come to just under me. It will remain. I really cannot contact him mentally, asking to appear, disappear. Malini, my baby daughter's group in the yard, I could keep in that hidden pocket, that so evil as your beauties of Balas, Matara, like Kannas, Deva Kanna, Saraswati, Lakshmis, fighter baby doll. You are preparing at the house things, or the Japan or Koreans, or the Bengali Marathis, other girls, but these horrible high-tech devices, the finance captured the bank, managerial, the directors of the World Bank, IMF, that USA whole financing, or that whole misleading fancy oligarchy of the China, Taipei, the Korean, Japan. Unless they are now learning this oligarchy, Russian also learning their enemies, was used to blame as the Russian oligarchy, the satanic oligarchy. Their actual friends, the real faces of today's Democrats, that is leftist USA, who to plead in the name of political, the parallel progressive as in human rights educators, wrongly claimants of Anubhavi, that mankind is philanthropy, originates about the climate change. They are the starbats of the polar cosmos, the monster evoked, drove, set up in the sky, undersea, Artena, monster plates. The havoc, horrible plates in starting from the undersea, the Mexican Gulf, that heaviest names, carriers, what I have to discuss with my maids, servants, illiterate who are working on my hermitage to reach in those, they have broken my Shiva temple, my own dwell the walls in such a horrible way within 6 months, since when that Kedarnath at the 30th November or 15th November, they try to bring disaster, attack my brothers, sisters, my villagers' life, to enforce, to do suicides, either poison taking and taking rope and hanging as the blue whale game spell. There are so many thundering, lightning in this time, rains, and every time the Akashvani, Alipur Meteorology Department or private news channels becoming frightened, seeing the tides at Digha, Puris, Mandarmani, Ganga Sagars, etc., Bangladesh bank coast, evil monster type wave gun, and the cloud formation stretch up low pressure depression at Bay of Bengal, the evil setups, the hovercraft, that same protocol mimic, copying of that evil demons US gigantic demon manufacturing, devil manufacturing, gigantic manufacturing, the thickest, the densest, that life arrester, whole world creatures, the celestials covering the God finest play accents arrestor, that kind of thickness chariot, that net monster is being inserted into the earth inner and covering the whole sky, nebula, draggers. The cloud is appearing at the net fall. There's a designed cloud as a Vishwakarma to create clouds in the sky, and the plate, that are horrible, that quake is shape-takings, and the earth inner, the blood like red spotted on that global total earthquake within 24 hours past. If you see these maps, then those maps to show the rings of their many thickest, the theta units to move, to remain, the evil hands, the evil plates, the evil setups as the entropies into the ocean, the deepest as the dome, that Tuhina, that Monojit, that Subhajit Nandi. You are calling Subhajit Laha, maybe Laha, Subhajit Laha, I do not know. Ramjit Laha, I do not know, Haldara, maybe. But Ghosh, the Nomdi, the Datta, the Mirdula, by pretending, cheating, higher class Chakraborty Brahmin, that evil girls of, that evil sin, that Doli pottery, that blacksmith, that weaver, that Islamic, Muslim, Mushalbadi, Hingshavadi, the Tati, the envious story, imagination, crime, the whimsically killings of the poets, singers, distinguished personals, the Raj politicians, the guardians, the Charan Kobis, Vidusok, Vidisha, the knowledge, the singers, the directors, the actress, to show, to make aware, to drag attention, draw attention to facts telling in the voice, songs, drama, acting, that games, today's that the monster games, the devil's games, what practically the devil's scientist, personally the tradies, the leftists to play in the remaining undersea or sending drones, satellites, flying drones, that evil small flying subjects, aeroplanes, helicopters, that robotic, peculiar, strange monsters, spiral, squirrel, birds, whatever, that animals, the donkeys, the tigers, the hyenas, that wolves, that, that, the dinosaurs, the dragons, the snakes, as to show the glowing as a fire, the roaring, that wind, creations, that cloud, catcher, maker, former. So this is like the monsters, earthiness phenomenon. I do not know, my medicine is not good. Let's run. My video is running, I do not know. But I was unable to search the end of that, the core of that machine setup to be reached, to be dismantled, the cover, the crust on me, that plate, that crust, that metallic, that heaviest thickness, the wrapping me from underneath, that envelope plate, the monster plate, to move, to come, to envelop me, to drag me, to create cleft on my earth of the hermitage walls, dragging force, the temple destroying attitudes, altars destroying of the Lord Shiva, that bomb, that Haranath, Haradi, Santinath place, that Malleshwar Shiva gods, my hermitage symbols of the altars of the Lord Shiva, that bomb case, that bomeshwar, that bomb Sarveshwar, that Raghuvis, that Malla, the Vishnupos, that heart of present times, that life, that pill, that crying, that lamenting, that helplessness, feeling of others. Who can feel, can learn, but he is not being conveyed, record, discussed. Keep files, storage, propagate, bring this in proper or enforce those to be followed, to be dictate, to give orders, but anguish, whatever, in which forms these videos is poor, temporary, instant, without preparations, extemporary speech, instant recording, because there will be no anguish, that feelings, that stages, that memories that will be dispersed, that circumstances will be overlapped, another new crisis. So all those crises, one after one, to describe daily documentary manners, that grilling attitude of Subhoji or Oji, either Haldar, either Nandi, either Datta, either Ghosh, either Singh evils of the Bengali, the titles Gupta, then Darabdar, Das, that evil Das, the evil Guha, that evil Pal, evil Datta, evil Chandar, evil Bose, evil Bose, evil Sarkars, evil Datta, evil Nandi, evil Mighty, maybe a few evil Adhikari, I do not know, or Hajra. At this stage, they are confusing me, taking others' name and faces as they to take, to make malign Priyanka Chopra. Ultimately, they take her life, to drag her as she was from my Berili side. I was in which route from Amaradesh, Mukteshwar, Almora, Ramgarh via Bhowali, Berili, Rai Berili, Pratapgarh, Azamgarh, Kashi, then either Patna route or Gaya route, Baksar, then is yours, either Gomo or Madhur, Giridi, that Kyul or that Hazaribagh. The routes, either Ayodhya route, Sultanpur or Pratapgarh, or to Gorakhpur routes. So in these routes, so Priyanka Chopra, his father, the misleading, the cancer creating, as too many people of Bengal, been misled by the evil created as a fruit processing laboratories falsehood, as a humiliation, annihilation doing purpose, destroyed the civil's life, population, and to be filled up with the evil, that bad Agnivis, that evil beast, evil heroism, evil, horrible crime doer criminalities, fanaticism, fascinating, the charming, thrill, greatness feeling, show the Basism, the Irfan, Tufan, Dipankar Bishwas, the Dinesh, that evil, Murali, Madhu Duggal, Devgal, Jivan Devgal, Amit Dev, Balai Datta, Subal Kaur, Subodh Kaur, Sumit, Sushit, Kundu, I do not know, maybe they are Halda, maybe they are, because two are hiding. But Balai Datta, Chandar, Jagannath Bose, Manojit Nandi, Mainon Utpal Mandal, Vikas Mandal, Ajit Sahu, the cruels, the criminal puppet, they are bheja in a good raspan kari churir beta. इससे क्या नीच कार्स मेंटालिटी व्हाट दे कैन गेन, अपना खपड़े के दुश्मन गाड़ के भय में गाड़ के माल खा रहे हैं, एंड टू फॉलो द डिक्टेशन ऑफ इविल्स गाइस ब्लैक लेडीज who to cheat, to mislead, to give them false thrones of greatness, heroism, kinghoods, the deities, the devil, impostor, magis, to cheater, to give the favorings of sex nali, uterine, pacha rotten nali, the breast, the bodies, that evilness, girls, the prostitutes, masses, to sales, exploit that sex, providing as I have Magi, Draupadi Murmu, and Bekov Modi, Amit Shah, etc., and Mamata Banerjee. The whole Akashbani you have captured, you captured by the evil devils, the disaster devils, monsters, figures, criminals, that blue whale, the Bengal whales, the Naxalite, that girls who talk nationalized words, the evil witches, behind the dead souls after killing, with that finest robotic plates, sensors, finest plates embarked with the strong solution, the heavy water, heavy metal solution. So to give this that finest embers, clothes, plastic fibers to act as a nano pico piercing blade or threader or grinder, teeth, hands, the layers to catch, to wrap earthen or gravitational threads, to be wrapped, to be squeezed, their machine to make fold at the protein folding, not forming the earthen or the massiveness creation, wrapping, that rotating cyclic, anticyclic wave, vacuum and matter forming that horrible, all monster devil evil, temporary or permanently remaining, the thickness, the metals, that iron, the setup, the gigantic place, equipment, they remain permanent, they are non-brokenable, compromisable, deep in the oceans. So they are as the jungles of the metal, horrible, that black pockets on the cosmos being created, or the asteroid planets being dragged and brightness of the suns, and then suddenly releasing their compactness, arranged setup, the twisting, daggering, folding capacity is being dismantled as their duty is being finished. So their strongest brighty, the scorching sunrise vanishing, all mysticness vanishing, discomfort vanishing. Again discomfort sudden, that monster plate, that envelope, the wrapper, that chadar, black chadar, thick, miles lengthy, the plates, that magnetic, thick shadow, wrapper, the plates, horrible, the suffocator, enveloper, respiration, cardiac, that heart, way before, that wave, sudden wave is coming, 1 hour, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and the different direction that machine to focus their attacking point, mount. So this is wave form. It's dancing in the wave creation in the sea, also the tides. So that is the mobility is required in the deep oceans, the strongest solution of heavy metals. This is the Mexican Gulf, the Carses demons, that horrible, ferocious, aggressive, ridiculous, attacking, fanaticism, destructive, devastation, tornadoes, strikes, creators, that monster, the strange minds, so far the strange, horrible, panic creator, fanism, fanaticism, the sex coitus, and the all distinguished people bringing, kidnapping, trapping, misleading, fascinating, good-looking girls, boys, women, being trapped and making evils, prisons, prisoned, princess, prince, religious gurus or whatever may be. But they are not paralyzed. To make paralyzed, that they make paralyzed beings and to misuse, but they have not brought meat from Indian surface, but they are trying, as they have all countries' passport, currency, at their whimsical attitude, capacity, dictation, presidents, prime ministers, powers, as their shadow, a real voice, the real voice of the government, attitude, dictation, will, yes, that Joyvidan culprit inner satanic will is the leftist, that ombudsman in India, USA, Switzerland, Netherlands, Prague, Czechoslovakia, then Austria, Vienna, Romania, Ukraine. Zelensky is also the leftist. Yes, they are in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Cuba, Haiti, Honduras, Panama, all Caribbean Sea. Now is Venezuela, Colombia, even Brazil, Suriname, Argentina, everywhere they are posed that evil monster shadows. Reality, not imaginary, not shadow, but in the disguise, covert faces, hidden evilness, kept hidden, wrapped hidden, enveloped hidden. Yes, but notice that compromise, very warning, infernos, biting, venomous, yes, attacking, aggressive, envious, animosity, traitors, betrayal, misleading, vulgarism, exploitation, devilness, curses, gathered at Mexico, where those civils who have been brought, misleading, fascinating, invitation giving, great guru saints, so-called, maybe they are also partly fascinated, have been invited, trapped in चीटे गुड़ में सेक्स के आनंद प्लेस में और the scientific, magical city places Dubai and the cost place Mexican Gulf cities, Mayavi Mayan cult, that Houston, Florida, Cuba, all West Indies countries, cities, coast, places, ports, bunkers, underworld cities, undersea cities, facilities covered. That undersea route, what today or yesterday I learned the news, India have been trapped, that fascinating evil monster concept. There should be tunnels, undersea tunnels for the automobiles, cars, trains, as they are kept puzzled, the US government, Mexico government, from the bunkers underway sea routes to come from this evil pockets home, underground home. Yes, then to create as a friendship, multinational investing shops within a center, and underneath that horrible tunnels to reach the deep oceans of Mexican Gulf. Yes, tunnels, fascinating tunnels, trains, etc. evils. Trees acknowledge to remain under sea, the bottom tunnel skyscraper, that USA and UK, that real estate, the Germans and Japanese industrials, that which were originally state creators, city creators, that have been killed, replaced those monarchies by the Bengali leftists of this remote monster evil killers from undersea. Parallelly working with them as a magical panic creation of demon satanic pleasing, but they gradually, by the reaching of Hindal, Jindal, Babal, Kumar Mangalam, Sumar Mangalam, Mahindra, Gudindra, Ambani, जो भी हो, अंबानी नहीं है वो क्या है उसका अदानी, Tata. Now present time is the Tata consultant. It's Tata, India, Tata, Tata. TMB bar, whatever may be Hindal, house turns, that chromium, that still the man had done, that house turns, evilness, that big whale catcher's net, as initially the whaling, catching of fishes, is too much time consuming because there is not allowing me. My computer has to be locked. The operator will come at USA, Mexican Gulf, to give signal that whether I will be able to get Google like internet. Today is what is date today? 6. I have to change this. There's always day to keep the evil USA date time. That day to change because only day to confuse with Indian date. First there in date. I have to cancel zones, regions. That the recommended English United. Some apps may need to be closed and reported to see formatting changes. Maybe, but I have to. That is the rule that proving that quite USA's regional format data. The first day of week, Monday, is all the Gregorian calendar. Short date, long date, short time, long time, change data form. So this is that where the fear is Bharatiya, Sima Suraksha doll. Because now this all Arivo almost dominates the comments of National Security Advisor Ajit Doval is wrongly praised as his caliber. He is a devil monster and Jayasankar, Amit Shah, the evil personality, evil mental, and the good Marani, Chud Marani. राष्ट्रपति भवन इज ए गुड महारानी चुड महारानी ब्लू व्हेल भावेश वहाँ तो सेक्स कल्चर मोदी के किचन में गुड चूद का खेल हो रहा है और राष्ट्रपति उपराष्ट्रपति भवन में ऑल इविल गर्ल्स आर बिकॉज दे हैज टू फॉलो प्रोटोकॉल ऑफ द इविल आईडी अजित डोभाल गुड महारानी गुडू व्हेल गुड डोभाल सोरार बच्चा माता चोट नॉट ब्लॉक साउथ ब्लॉक इविल ऑफिसर्स आकाशवाणी गुड वाणी चुड वाणी Salah, evil Bani, All India Radio or DD News, all are the same that evil criminal voices.
हा आयलं आयलं रे आयलं हा आयलो हा हा
the evil shapes of clouds of that. Today so far, if I have this is the thick cloud, of which, what kind of devil monster plate inserting Greece and Arpina, that so many that crisis creating art. Today is 6th May 2000 Indian time. I am hearing the earthquake report. The people of their city towns and that monopolies and that looting of money crisis created on the whole civil people's life. Mother, soda bachchi. Chudumarani salas. Chudumarani all out it beta. তোমার মায়ের গুদে লাত মেরে চুলের মুঠি মুন্ডটা কাটা মুন্ড ম্যাগনেটিক স্টাফ মাদার কালিকা মুন্ডে দেখা যাবে demons you are wrong, very wrong. Don't in this way come to me. Your horrible snow in these ring forms of these evils. Ring form of this earthquake, that is your arranged earthquake, created earthquake, created earthquake, created earthquake, created earthquake. You see, this is the created earthquakes of earthquake locations past 7 days, 2 days, 7 days. 7 days earthquake of India. 7 days earthquake total, trembling. This is of my Indians or Indians, Mexican Gulf or Indonesia. Is in horrible. You cannot love same place. And if you come to this Mexican Gulf, so that is horrible crisis. Trembling, USA is trembling particularly. And this is the area you cannot imagine of that crisis, that Mexican Gulf. You see this? For days, you cannot imagine the number of quakes. But punished. माँ काली का beheading, मुंडमालिनी से वो प्रधान माँ काली की मुंडमालिनी माँ काली की मुंडमालिनी में कैसे काटूंगा तुम्हारा नहीं हो इतना ओम खाना दूंगा माँ काली की ना मुंडमालिनी काट के ना मुंड इतना मुंड कटना पड़े भयंकर मूर्ति धारण कर Why is need of this day? Needs of soul to terrorize, terrorists, demons, Bengali, not alive. Not alive. Alive evil. God is Big Badal. Every day is calling Big Badal. Mere Pabesni se. Akal Maat. Akal Maat. Mere Pabesni se. Prithvi. Akal Maat. Ye samundra Akal. Oh, Salah. ऐसा माँ बेटी बहन राम चंद्र कहे गए से आस ऐसा वाला है वो जो मैंने ब्रिज बताया ऐसा वाला साला इस साला का अभिशाप इतना बढ़ गया इस साला का अभिशाप और एंजॉय है गाल से एंजॉय करा है सोड़ा रवची मादा साला कट किधर साला सोड़ा रवची
World Lifestyle thos drew the attention of the world. It revealed rather grim and frightening data. Predictions showed that the areas of our planet with the average annual temperature of over 29 degrees will expand from 0.8%
ऑल इंडियन कांट को देखो बनाया जा रहा है दैट वी विल माय कॉन्सेप्ट को काम में लगा के ऐसा कर रहे हैं
Celsius with average temperature of the Sahara things that would normally temperatures get rise not only over currently uninhabited
that we will that man to claim as if archaeologist started but oligarchy claim Salah all oligarchy claim
Northern Southeast Asia could become hot, hostile, and uninhabitable. Could happen even before all glaciers melt.
घूर्णिझड़ के हटाता घूर्णिझड़ के हर दिन इसका नाटक बनाने का तो मिल गया हर दिन मिल गया
Almost slowed the rotation of the planet by 0.06 microseconds. Not much, but it is not a zero. When the glaciers melt, water will be pulled from the poles toward the equator due to the Earth's rotation around its axis. That is why the Earth may slow down. It will become live close to water at up to 70 meters above sea level. As the water level rises, coastal cities and entire islands will be submerged. Cities and countries like the Netherlands and Japan may disappear. The governments invest billions into the programs to postpone the inevitable flooding. Sooner or later, those 40% of people will have to move inland, leaving the coastal cities behind. The livable areas will be overpacked. Humanity will experience the brunt of overpopulation. The flooding of the densely populated ports of Calcutta and Shanghai will cause not only human suffering, but also
But the man-made evil claim.
will destroy
All evil claims, Mother Chode claim.
intercontinental
Mother Chode claim. Mother Chode.
will have to be
Mother Chode claim.
mission industry
This
will have
is
to
that
be
Mother
fundamentally
Chode.
overhauled.
Mother
There will
Chode claim
also
that
come much
evil
of the fertile
person
land.
who are
Therefore,
devastating disaster brought that evil set up, created, cloud created, earthquake created, all this. Huh? আসছি মরে যাচ্ছি আমি আসছি হ্যাঁ বন্ধ করে দাও বন্ধ করে দাও আল্লাহ তোর সল চুদির বেটা তোর মুন্ড তোর মায়ের মুন্ড কেটে না তোর মায়ের মুন্ড কেটে ঝোলাবো যখন যে আমার কাছে করছে তার মায়ের মুন্ড দেখাও সে আল্লাহ চুদের মায়ের মুন্ড দেখাও আল্লাহ তোর সালাদের কাটা মুন্ড দেখাও সোরের হ্যাঁ আসছি
सुनिए देश विदेश की सैर कारवा 2.0 पर। सुनिए देश विदेश की सैर कार
উচ্চ পাহাড়ৰ উচ্চ পাহাড়ৰ শৃংগলে উঠা মই এক প্রেমিক অশ্বাৰোহী দুরন্ত অশ্বর পদধ্বনিত উন্মাদ হওয়া এক চির বিদ্রোহী হেমর চন্দ্র মোর প্রতিভা মনিতে দুর্বার চন্দ্র আছে কামনা মাঝে দেখে ওই অট্টহাস করে
हाँ होएगा।